Uh, oh my god. Iron Fist Season 2. So we're going to be talking about spoilers for Iron Fist Season 2. So, you know, make sure you go watch it before you come here. Or if you're okay with spoilers, then just keep listening, I guess. So, Iron Fist Season 2. Um, Let me tell you that this was very, very shocking. Um, Honestly, now I was debating originally, should I do this where I go 1 to 5 and then talk about that and then go 5 or 6 to 10? But then after getting to 5, I was kind of like, this is underwhelming. This is better than the first season, but it picks up significantly after 5, where you could even go as far to say that this is the best second season and one of the best first seasons, or one of the best seasons in general of a Marvel Netflix show. I think it was far better than Luke Cage season 2, Daredevil season 2, all the season 2s. And I think it was probably, besides Daredevil season 1, the best Marvel Netflix season ever. So, I mean, you know, that's a lot coming from the fact that the original season was the first season was probably the worst season of all the Marvel Netflix shows. So let's start talking about this in terms of characters. So we're gonna go from my favorite character to my least favorite character. Or least favorite, I guess it would be. And then we'll talk about some stuff that happened. Then we'll kind of talk about episode 10 and some Easter eggs. What's more specifically season 3, what they've hinted at, and some Easter eggs. So let's start right away with Typhoid Mary, my overall favorite character. We do see two of Bloody Mary's, or Typhoid Mary, sorry, his personalities. Mary and Walker, and we do get a hint at a fourth personality, which is Bloody Mary, or third personality, which is Bloody Mary. No, she has kind of been changed around, where she has 7 personalities sometimes, and sometimes 4, but I only remember her with 4, and then I looked it up again, and she only has 4, so we're just going to go with those 4, which are Mary, Walker, Bloody Mary, and Typhoid. We do get a hint at Bloody Mary, so that's kind of good. And then I overall think that she did a very good job. The actress did a very good job portraying Typhoid Mary. I think it was shocking that she was in this. And I think she played a very significant role and a very good role too. So next we have the Steel Serpent, aka Davos. He's a very good villain, but these Marvel Netflix shows most times have very good villains. Um, it was an interesting motivation in terms of the fact that he wanted to almost do what Iron Fist did, except more. And he didn't even call himself the Steel Serpent. He just had the serpent on him, but he called himself the Immortal Iron Fist. So, I mean, now considering where it ends off, because I can't talk spoilers in this, he does end up in jail afterwards. And so maybe, and then where we see the episode 10 end off, maybe we could see him come back and actually call himself the Steel Serpent and get powers again. Because I do think they're going to bring him back in season 3, because why would you not, if he was such a good villain, probably besides Kingpin, and debatably Kilgrave the best villain. So why wouldn't you bring him back? And, I mean, his action scenes are amazing. I love the fact that it's 2 fists. I did kind of was with the way it decided to go in terms of like everything else, but I think Davos was a very well done character, and I want to see more of him going forward. I also like the fact that his fists were red. Now your next favorite character is Colleen Wing. So if I did this from the first 5, I would have put her much more near the bottom. But near the end, she just went everywhere, like becoming the Iron Fist. I thought they were gonna go back on that because kind of at the beginning of episode 10, everything seemed like it was wrapping up. It was kind of like, oh, so they're just gonna kind of go that. So it must be over almost. Then I go see how much longer is left, and it's still 20 minutes. So I'm like, ooh, they're doing a lot. And I think the fact that they don't go back, and like they're gonna probably go back on it and stuff, and they don't. She keeps the Iron Fist, and at the end we get to see her with a sword lighting up, and oh my god, it's crazy. And she's like a white Iron Fist, and then they connected her to like an Iron Fist from before, and all of this stuff, and it's crazy how good the season is, and how much I want a season 3. And so I think we get a much better Colleen, come the end of the season, especially the last few episodes. My next favorite character is Misty Knight. Misty Knight is really good, and I think she's probably the best she's ever been in Iron Fist, because I feel like she actually got a lot of team up time with Danny, or not Danny and Colleen, and I think it makes me really want a Daughters of the Dragon show, considering all of them, since she's really good in that. And I mean, I can't wait to see what happens with her going forward. She's gonna get another upgrade on her arm, and she says she wants some bling, so maybe we'll get the golden arm finally. I thought she was really, really good. I thought her team up um, with Colleen was really good, and I just can't wait to see what they do with her going forward, and maybe we will get a Daughters of the Dragon show with Colleen and Misty teaming up, which would be great. Still kind of disappointed there wasn't any Luke Cage in this season, but we can't get everything, right? Then my next favorite character was Danny. Now, the first 5, even he was kind of like, eh. I did like a lot of the fist scenes because they did a lot more with that than they did last season. And honestly, something that I'm just going to quickly bring up here is that if this show can change from whatever it was in season 1 to this amazing season 2, imagine what Inhumans could do if it got a different showrunner from season 1 to season 2. But they canceled that, so, I still think it could be great if they got a new showrunner, but what's my opinion anyways? So Danny was very good in action scenes, but in terms of emotional moments and stuff, I don't think I really liked him. I think the ensemble part of the cast was really well done. And the best part, I think Danny will be so good going forward come season 3, because I think we'll actually start to get some of that multiple Iron Fist action that we didn't get, which I think everyone kind of wanted with Davos. Is like Danny and Davos fighting with both having the Iron Fist, kind of going a Black Panther route. But hopefully going forward we'll get more of that Iron Fist action with different people with different fists all fighting. Maybe we'll even get the cities and the different cities and stuff. We'll talk about more of that toward the end, but I think Iron Fist or Danny Rand was not an interesting character, but great with action scenes, so yeah. Next, Joy. Joy was really held on to what happened in season 1, and I think She was, although she's kind of started off that, I kind of wish they stayed with her being evil, or like evil-esque, because I think I really wanted her to get that kind of evil thing, but we didn't really get that toward the end, where she kind of went good, so yeah. Um, I would have liked to see her a bit more at Davos and just kind of seeing like maybe kind of like someone who would loosen, kind of be like the light-hearted version of Davos, and they both got arrested together, kind of what they're hinting at towards season 5. So yeah, I kind of wish that happened, but we didn't get that, so that sucks. But um, and then my next favorite character is Ward. Now, Ward doesn't seem to really change from the last season. Um, I haven't put this here in my notes, which is that he's pretty much just the same. They don't move anywhere with him until the literal last episode. And I'm good at that because I don't think he needed to change. I think he had a B storyline, which was just like pretty similar to a storyline up until the baby part. And I think and I think that the baby part is good. So yeah. It's something that could give him more of a conflict later on. But I mean, the character doesn't have much more room to grow until the end of the season, where they said, "Yep, let's grow him a bit." And I like how they did this. What they did was between season 1 and 2, um, was actually just like pulling him up almost. And so yeah, like, so I think it was overall he was pretty much the same. But my last favorite character, who I think I would like more if they didn't kill him off, was BB. He was a good supporting character to tie the two groups together, being the Vultures and Iron Fist and Davos, and he was like a nice linchpin in that all. I kind of wish they kept him around and maybe used him to do something else, or maybe used him as somebody else. But we got BB, so like BB was okay until he died, and then it's kind of like, oh, they couldn't have kept him alive a little longer. But now another note I wrote, just as a side note. What's with all the moving of that damn Iron Fist? Like, he goes from one to another to another. Isn't this ceremony supposed to be like this complex, like, hard to prepare? Nope. And then what's with like the fact that you do the touchy thingy to get the thing out? Like, there's a few problems with that ceremony I had. Like, why is constantly like you were going with like, oh, the movie. Like, you have to do all the ceremony just to get a tattoo, but then you gotta do some weird hand movements. Just take the heart of the dragon. And I mean, eh. But I mean, it ended up with everyone getting an Iron Fist, so it was okay. Now at the end of season or episode 10, um, we get the pretty much the end of the season where Danny decides to go off because he believes Colleen Wing is actually the like like the daughter or ancestor of the first female Iron Fist, because of the back of her butt of her thing on the medallion is the Iron Fist symbol, because of course it is. And also that he's heard the pirate story before about the first female Iron Fist who actually destroyed the dragon for the first time. Um, and I mean, Dan. Then we get to see Danny with Danny go off, and then you see him. Then it's like a few months later, and we see Ward, because Ward goes with him at a bar. Like, I need to know where Orson Randall is. And of course, that's being an Iron Fist who's pretty good in existence and who also loves using guns. And then, of course, we see them talk about Orson Randall, and then he's like, I'm gonna kill you, blah, yada, yada. And Iron Fist, Danny Rand, gets up, and he's like, oh yeah. And then he takes out his guns, and he's got two glowing fists, and his guns go, and he shoots them, and then he shoots, and the bullets go curving, and go hit them, and the other bullet, and it was crazy. So basically what Iron Fist did was he basically ripped off what Orson Randall does, or like his signature thing, which is actually using guns with Iron Fist. And we also know that Danny has Iron Fist back now, so how? I'm not sure. Is there another dragon? Maybe. Now Orson Randall does of course hint to the possible introduction of the 5 immortal cities, and if that ends up being a plot line in episode or in season 3, because the 5 immortal cities of Iron Fist were like they've got Kunlun, and they've got a whole bunch of other cities with immortal weapons, which are like the Steel Serpent, which is why I think he might get his name. Maybe when he was off on his adventures, he ran into the serpent that exists that city. My sensation in society is like that's not right. And then maybe that's where we got the idea for the serpent. Maybe introduce the Steel Serpent because they all have champions and maybe they all go fight. I feel like that the 5 immortal cities could be a good way to kind of talk maybe what happened to Kunlun, and maybe just kind of like do something with that and say maybe something happened during the 5 immortal cities. And so let's just get into some Easter eggs now, which are the 616, which is the possible persons with powers, which is a nice reference to 616. We get a mention of Sokovia from the flashbacks of Typhoid Mary. We get Orson Randall. We get, if you notice, the antiques shop owner was like, oh yeah, these are some from Dr. Erskstein's collection. And Dr. Erskstein, Erskstein, it was the doctor from the scientist from Captain America, the First Avenger. And of course, we got to see some Turk, who's not only in the new Infinity Wars comic, but also everywhere else. So, let me know what you think down below. Please like, subscribe, comment. What color fist would you want? And of course, are you excited for season 3 and everything else? Let me know down below. Please like, subscribe, comment, share your thoughts, and of course, see you next time. Bye.